What is going on, everybody, and welcome to some quick tips and tricks for your Withered Army training. I guess it's not daily, I think it's every 3 days, but thought that I would just give some quick tips and tricks, and I'm actually going to split this up into 2 videos. Otherwise, this video would be like 40 minutes long, and nobody wants to sit there and watch a 40-minute long video on, something that they just want some quick ideas for. So this is just going to kind of cover your 101 basics as far as how to do the dungeon, what helps and all that. And then the second part of the video, I will show you all the bosses, how I downed all the bosses, and hopefully that'll give you some insight on maybe how you can do it yourself. So let's start from the get-go, and that is the basics. Now, obviously, if you guys aren't maxed out on your ancient mana, not, oh, I've got 800 and I'm good. I mean, where the cap increases to get to 2,000. If you're not there, go watch a video, get on Wowhead, find the quest, whatever you got to do, and max out your cap to 2,000, guys. That is going to be the biggest thing that is going to help you in this dungeon. I promise you, having as many withered as you can is only going to help you. Running with, 6 versus having 20 makes or breaks a lot of these fights, and especially later on, you will see in some of my videos, I've got 30 plus on a boss, and even then some still manage to die. So just kind of keep that in mind, that, you need to max out your mana. Second tip that I would give, get your buffs, guys. Like the buffs that those guys give you in Suramar, that give you, like, you see the proc coming down with like the mana rift and all that. I mean, it costs 50. Go max out to 2,000. Go spend 150 on your $3 on your 3 buffs, and then go back to the vineyards and go get 150 ancient mana real quick, and then start this. Like, again, like, help yourself. Like, you can only help yourself in this, and you can only hurt yourself in this. So don't kind of nerf yourself in this instance if you don't have to. It only makes sense to get everything set up that you possibly can. Now, a couple things that I will say, and I know a couple people have brought up, is, oh, Tomkins, you're a tank. Like, this is catered to tanks. This is, tank this, tank that. You know what? I do agree with you to a point. I would definitely agree that Blizzard, for some reason, has been on a tank kick. I have played a tank for a couple years now. I don't even know how many years I've played a tank for. And, this expansion definitely does feel like they are giving a lot of love on the tank classes right now. So, bear in mind that while, yes, there are advantages to being a tank, there are also advantages to being a DPS too. I've got plenty of guildies that have completed this entire dungeon that are DPS, from cloth to mail to plate to leather, okay? It is possible, I promise you. It can be frustrating, and I would agree with you on 100% of that. I would never sit there and say that you would have just as an easy time as I would, because that would be completely false and would be very stupid of me to even try to, compare that. So it is possible. Hopefully when I give you the video as far as how to do some of these bosses, that'll kind of relieve some of that insight as to what you need to do. The second part of all of this that I would say is the second most important part of this is get those chests, guys. Especially if you're just starting off. Big chests. Big chests are amazing because they give you stuff that turn your withered into mana ragers, and if you are not a tank, they turn them into berserkers. They also give stuff that increase the DPS of your withered, and they increase the health of your withered. They also have stuff that helps your withered focus, so they're not so sporadic on the target. It helps them more focus on the target that you're currently on, rather than hitting everything in a frontal cone. So definitely get those chests. Giant chests are 10 withered, medium chests are 5 withered, and then anything below that small chest, I believe you can just open up by yourself. You also can't open up certain doors without having withered berserkers and having a certain number of withered. Some of them require you to, I think, have 10 withered, and I know the door right in the beginning requires you to have to berserkers. So it takes time, guys. It really does, but you will get there. I promise you, you will. The third tip that I could give you is while you're in here, get your points. If you hit 400 points, if anything in here, get 400 points, because that is going to give you the max rep as far as points go in order to sit there and get your rep towards the Nightfallen. Very, very important. So if anything, get as far as you can, kill every mob that you can, and hit that 400 points for the sake of having 400 points. That'll definitely help you. For every 100 points you get 100 rep towards the Nightfallen with a max of 400. So get that done. You need it for quests. You need it to get into the Archway dungeon and the Court of Stars dungeon. You have to be, I think, 7,000 or 8,000 out of 12,000 into Honored in order to get that, to do those dungeons. And who doesn't want more mythic loot, right? They have some really badass loot in those dungeons, so it's one of those things that you definitely want to get into right away. Other than that, guys, like I said, this is just very basics. Just be aware of your surroundings, what you're pulling. I know there's a boss down here that likes to be super sneaky, and we will hit him up on the next video on how I get those kills with these bosses. And hopefully this has helped, guys. If anything, drop some comments down below. I am more than happy to sit there and answer any questions you may have about this. I've got plenty of friends on plenty of different classes that have cleared this, so if you're a specific class and you're kind of wanting some tips, hit me up. I will definitely help you out on that. And until next time, guys, my name is Tomkins. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will see everybody later.